pronouns are they, them. And today we have a practice that's all about taking up space. So often in larger bodies, we are meant to feel small and compressed and pushed. We are told that we are too much, we are too big. No, none of it's true. It's all bull. And this is our time to feel all the big things, to make all the big movements, to take up all the space that we need. This is a quick practice, about 10 minutes, but it just helps, I find, remind me that I am allowed to be big. I'm allowed to be big in size. I'm allowed to be big in movement. I'm allowed to be big in ideas. I'm allowed to be big in emotions. And I'm allowed to express all of that whenever I need. So I hope that this practice helps you embody taking up space like it helps me embody taking up space. So we're going to start with a little bit of warm-up. And first with a little bit of grounding. So I'm going to find my Tadasana. This is a standing practice. Rolling the shoulders up and back. Finding that connection between myself and the mat. Length through the top of the head. We'll take a few deep breaths. Maybe releasing with a sigh or vocalization. This is our time to be loud. If we want it, just let it go. Let go of anything we don't need. And when we're ready, we'll find our breath, our natural breath, whatever that sounds like, feels like. We'll notice the inhale. Notice the exhale, where we feel it in the body, how the body moves with the breath. We also might notice the sound of the breath. Breaths make noise, and that's okay. We can take up space in this way as well. And along our practice, we'll also make space for any emotions that come up. Let ourselves be as we are. Big, loud, whatever it is today. Beautiful. When we're ready, we can start to bring a little bit of movement in. So maybe moving the fingers, the knees, maybe a little rock from side to side. Beautiful. So we're going to start with some arm circles. So I'm going to stay in my Tadasana, and I'm going to start with the hands towards the belly, inhaling out and up. Exhaling out and down. If I like, I can add in the neck, looking up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Beautiful. We'll do one more. Up. And this time on the exhale, we might bring a little crouch into it, going lower, maybe folding a bit before coming back up. If this doesn't feel good right now, go ahead and continue with the circles we were doing before. Doesn't have to look any one way. Beautiful. So from here, we're in our upward salute. We're going to take a moment, ground down through the feet, reach up through the fingertips, find length through the body, through the crown of the head, maybe rolling the shoulders up and back away from the ears. Beautiful. And then when we're ready, we'll release the arms down to the side. Take any movement we like. From here, we're going to come into some half sun salutations. A little different than our usual sun salutation. We're going to throw in a back bend. So if we like, we can stay here. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a bit better. Grounding down through the soles of feet. We can have our blocks if we like. Again, we might like a wider Tadasana to make space for the belly in our fold. Deep breaths. When we're ready, on our inhale, we're going to reach the arms up for upward salute. If we like, we can stay here, or we can bring the arms back for a standing back bend, shining the heart forward, taking up that space. And on our exhale, we might hinge forward, bringing the arms down, coming into a forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, half fold, maybe bringing the hands to the thighs. Straight spine, we can look forward or down. Exhale back into our fold. Bringing a bend into the knees. We can sweep the arms forward and up. Hands to your heart center and to the sides. Beautiful. So whether you want to stay in upward salute or come into the back bend, we're going to do 2 more, whatever way you're most comfortable with. I'm going to turn this way this time. So when we're ready, inhaling, arms up, maybe our back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, hands down to blocks or the floor. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, fold. And we bring the bend into the knees, sweeping the arms forward and up, maybe back into our back bend. Finding length, hands to your heart center and to the sides. Beautiful. We'll take 2 breaths, 1 more. When we're ready, reaching up. Continuing into back bend if we choose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees, sweeping the arms forward and up. Maybe back into our back bend. Reaching back through upward salute, hands to heart center and to the sides. Beautiful. So take a moment, shake out. From here, we're going to come into a wide-legged position. So if we like to use our blocks, we might want them in front of us. And we're going to bring the feet apart as far as we're comfortable with. So I'm going to start with my toes out towards the corners of the mat, grounding down through the feet, length through the spine. Hands can be to the side or at the hips. I like at the hips, taking up the space, feeling our presence. Beautiful. When we're ready, we might reach the arms up for upward salute. And then on our exhale, we're going to bring the arms out into cactus, coming into a squat for goddess. I'm going to take a few breaths here. Beautiful. Noticing the space we're taking up, feeling the opening through the heart, through the hips. Beautiful. On our inhale, we're going to press through the soles of the feet. Come up. We're going to make some big arm circles. Exhale down into our squat. Inhale up. Again, we're taking up space. We're designating our space. Taking what we need. Feeling the movement of the body, the breath. Beautiful. Last one. We're going to come into our squat. We're going to hold, bring the hands to the thighs. We might bring the right shoulder forward, gazing towards the left. Coming back through center. Left shoulder forward, gazing towards the right. Back through center. Grounding down through the soles of the feet. We're going to lift the sit bones, bringing the hands down to the floor or our blocks for forward fold. So we might turn the toes forward if that feels more comfortable. We're going to be here for a minute or 2. So feel free to maybe come down to your forearms onto your block. Find a position that feels good. Remember, if you're like me and tend to lock the knees, we want to bring a little bit of softness into the knees. We want to engage the muscles around the joints rather than putting pressure on the joints. Just letting ourselves be heavy. Letting ourselves take up the space that we need. Letting ourselves take the big, deep breaths that we want. Beautiful. If we like, we might bend one knee, bend the other knee. Bring a little bit of movement into our fold. We can bring our hands to our thighs, squat down, press through the soles of the feet, come up to standing, and we're going to step the feet together a little bit. So if we like, we can be in our wide-legged stance. I need a little bit more togetherness for my feet right now. So I'm going to do what works in my body. I have a wider than Tadasana. I'm going to start in my Tadasana. I'm going to bring the arms through the heart space. I'm going to open up nice and wide, maybe till I can't see my hands in my peripheral vision. Opening through the heart. Physically, just letting myself take what I need. And then I'm going to bring my right hand towards the left shoulder, left hand underneath the right arm. Give myself a big hug. And then when I'm ready, opening back up. Nice big stretch. This time I'm going to bring the left hand to the right shoulder, right hand underneath the left arm. Another big hug. Opening back up. We might bring the palms down towards the ground. If we like, we can step into a wider stance for 5-pointed star. We're going to take a moment here. If we like, we can close our eyes. We can keep them open. We're just going to remind ourselves that there is nothing wrong with possessing the space that you take. There's nothing wrong with embodying that space, with expecting to be given that space, whether it's physical, emotional. We deserve to have our needs met. We deserve to breathe the way that we need to breathe. On our exhale, we might release the hands down to the sides, standing in a wide-legged Tadasana. Giving ourselves a moment of compassion, a moment to rest, a moment to connect with what we need today. What do we need to take? Where do we need to take up space? It might not be physical. Maybe we need to ask for something. Maybe we need to set a boundary. Maybe we need to let ourselves breathe with deep, noisy breaths. Whatever it is, we'll take a moment to recognize that. And when we're ready, we might start to bring some movement in, maybe step the feet together. Shake the arms out, shake the feet out. Take whatever you need. I hope that you go through in your day or evening or morning and you're able to get what you need. And sometimes we don't get what we need, but I hope that you feel deserving of everything that you get, and know that you can take up as much space as you need. Thank you, and I hope to see you again soon.